Imagine going to bed at night knowing that your online advertising is working, knowing that your audience is growing week by week, and knowing that this is the reason that your business phone is ringing more regularly. And at the end of the day, knowing that the dollars you're spending on your online ads are attracting real people living in your service area who are actively planning for an upcoming home renovation. Does this scenario sound good to you? Hi there, my name is Jill. Together with my partner Terry, we build online business systems for home renovation companies. Simple yet powerful online business systems designed to get attention for your business, reach people in your service area, and at the end of the day, actually get more calls from people who have already decided to renovate their home. In this video, I'd like to share what we've learned is the #1 way small businesses just like yours waste money advertising online, and then what you can do to avoid that #1 thing. Here's the deal. Terry and I have heard the story again and again. You run a professional business, providing high quality products and services to your customers and clients. You've got a great looking website, of course. And on your website, you've made sure that your phone number is front and center. Your site invites visitors to call your office and then ask about getting a free quote or ask about your products and services. Then, once your website went live, you paid for online ads to bring more people to your website. Since then, every month you get your ad reports. Every month it looks like they're improving because it looks like you've got more people coming to your site and maybe you're getting a few more calls. But the phone really isn't ringing as much as you'd hoped it would. And of the calls you are getting, many of them are only tire kicking, just kind of asking questions a bit, or they're making plans for 2 years from today when you really can't get started. And some don't even live in your service area at all. And anyway, out of all the calls you get, it's really not clear if any of them are coming from your online advertising efforts. After all, they could be coming from more traditional sources that you've been engaging in. Maybe ads in your community paper, or ads in your local radio station or TV station. Things that you've been told are kind of archaic and are on their way out. And it could have even been people that were coming from referrals from friends and family, which of course are still very powerful. It's probably a little frustrating, isn't it? I mean, you know that the internet is powerful. You know that your future customers are using the internet to plan their home renovations, and you know they're doing it right now as you watch this video. And of course, you know that your company provides a quality service backed by quality products. Everyone you've worked with has loved your work. You've got a great team, you're ready to get to work, and all you need is a consistent stream of customers and you'd be set. So if you're feeling frustrated and wondering whether your online ads are working, and you know your competitors are running ads too, so you can't just not run them or you'll disappear online, let's talk about what the real problem is, so that you can do what it takes to get ahead of your competition, so you can start seeing more consistent results from your online advertising. And then you can spend less time worrying about the more traditional forms. So the #1 way small businesses just like yours waste money advertising online, and what you can do to avoid it in yours. Here's the reality of it. There's a simple process when it comes to attracting new customers using online advertising. #1, get them to your site. #2, connect with them. And #3, welcome them as customers or clients. But if visitors are being sent to the wrong page of your website or being sent through the wrong type of process, they're really missing out. Because of course, there's a lot of websites that they could visit. And the bad news is that most visitors who click on ads are truly missing out on the best experience that they could have. But the good news is, I will bet that your competitors are still doing the same thing. So even if you've been doing it for a while and you may feel bad if you recognize it, don't worry about that, because your competitors are probably still doing it, which means that by doing some of this stuff, you can actually get ahead. So does this sound familiar? After somebody clicks on your ad, visitors land on your beautiful website, they explore the pages, they see your phone number or your email address, but for some reason, they don't reach out. Maybe it's because they're surfing at 3 a.m., kind of like I do. Or maybe because they're just getting started with research and they don't want to feel pressured by a salesperson, even though that's not what you do. Or maybe it's something else entirely. But ultimately, the fact remains, unless they already know, like, and trust you, and are searching when your offices are open, it's very unlikely they'll pick up the phone and give you a call. Meaning, you just paid for an ad click, and you don't have very much to show for it, just something on a report. In fact, if they're to come back to your site, it's likely they'll search again and click your ad again, meaning you could pay for the same visitor over and over. Boo! So what about those who do call from this ad that you run? How often do you find that they're nowhere near ready, maybe in 2 years, or they're in a huge hurry and they're looking for a great deal, of course, or they're not even in your service area? These can be big problems in online advertising. These calls can waste your time and waste your money. Imagine having a sale in your shop and paying more money every time a person walks through the door, even when they aren't actually customers, and even when they step outside and back in after grabbing something from their car. You'd probably want to reduce the number of times people need to go through that door, wouldn't you? But of course, you can't really stop them. But what if I told you I could share a simple strategy designed to capture the attention of people already interested in your services, inspire them to raise their hands so that you know that they're there, while also building their trust in your business before the first time you get on a call with them? So that when they get on the call the first time, it's like you've already chatted with them before. Wouldn't that be better than random people who ask the same basic questions again and again? After all, with more calls from serious buyers, you'd spend less time answering questions on the phone and less time creating quotes for tire kickers. Sound interesting? Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you felt a little bit skeptical right now. I mean, there's a lot of solutions online, and you've probably talked to a few people already. I've also used a lot of these solutions online, and I've also talked to a number of people about the different solutions that are available. And I was pretty skeptical when I first put this simple strategy into action as well. It seemed really counterintuitive, and I had to trust the process and just kind of do it. And that was definitely really hard. But it was worth it. And if you stick around on my email list here, I will be sharing some proof in later videos, just not gonna go through it on this video. So if you're still here, you're clearly serious about finding a better way to find new customers or clients using your online advertising. So let's dive in to this simple strategy. In 3 steps, here's the simple process. Step 1, connect. Step 2, share. Step 3, show. Here's what we mean by that. Step 1, connect. Your customers and your prospective customers have questions. Common ones that you probably deal with all the time when you first get connected with somebody and first start answering questions. So you can connect with them online by answering these common questions about home renovation. Step 2, share. Your customers are online seeking the answers even when your offices are closed. Like me, I surf at 3 in the morning. You want to share your helpful answers day and night and have a system that helps you do that. Step 3, show. Now, remember, your services aren't for everyone. if you live in the United States, it's probably good to guess that your solutions aren't for somebody who lives in the United Kingdom, especially if you're focusing on something where you're doing home renovation, right? So make sure that your truly helpful material appears to the right people at the right time, so you're not wasting your money. And step 3 is really where the magic happens. It's important to connect, share, and show your ads to the right people. That is, people who are already living in your service area and actively planning a home renovation. If they live close by and are already planning a renovation, your expertise is likely to feel well-timed and appreciated. If you're answering the very questions already on their minds, your knowledge will help them make better decisions. If your ads create a connection with your audience day and night, the calls you receive every morning will begin to amaze everyone. By connecting and sharing in a focused way, you can reach and teach your audience whether or not your office is open, so that by the time they talk to you on the phone or in person, they already know you're a professional. They already know you're an expert. Imagine how much easier the first call would be with a person like this. It's almost like using the power of technology to take a shortcut from stranger to acquaintance, so that you can get to the productive steps of asking and answering real questions, making real connections, giving real quotes. And hey, if your business has slow periods traditionally, imagine using the power of technology to keep the business flowing, especially when your competition is complaining that it's slow. Like, I mean, who doesn't like that thought? Okay, so clearly there's more detail to our strategy than what we've shared so far. You probably didn't expect a 10-minute video here, so I'm going to respect your time. But over the next few days, I'll be sharing more information about our strategy. Nothing that's overly technical, nothing that tries to sell you anything even. In fact, the purpose of sharing these strategies over the next few days is to help you, the business owner, do a spot check on your online ad results, so that you can be sure you're on the right track and be sure your ad budget isn't wasted. Each video is designed to help you recognize when your ads are wasting you money. We'll even include questions that you can bring to your ad manager so that you can gain clarity about your current campaigns, and you can tell whether your online ad budget is getting you real results, or if you're simply paying a monthly ad management fee to gain visibility while your phone remains largely silent. We look forward to sharing these tools. And in the meantime, so pay attention to your email for sure in the next few days. But in the meantime, if you already know that your online ad campaigns aren't getting results, and you'd like Terry and myself to review them and offer some expert advice, we've got a really special offer just for you. For a very limited time, we're opening our calendar for some free strategy calls. During these calls, Terry and I will review your current ad campaign, we'll review your website, and we'll find the one big thing that you can focus on to really start moving the needle. You'll leave the call feeling focused and clear about your online advertising. And after we finish talking, Terry and I will create a customized report for your business based on where you're at right now and what results you'd like to see in the next 6 to 12 months. You can bring this report to your current social media or ad manager, or Terry and I can arrange a follow-up time to chat with you so that you can ask your questions about how we might be able to help. But this strategy call that I'm offering here in this report is completely free with absolutely no obligation. There's no obligation to buy anything or to do anything in return. If you want to, give us a nice review somewhere, hey, that's cool. And if you are a good match for the people that we tend to work with that we can get the best results for, then hey, that's great. But of course, Terry and I are human and we do have limited time available. So we've set up an application form for this free strategy call. You can access the form right now by clicking on the Apply Now button below this video. Once you've submitted the form, our team will follow up as quickly as we can. We'd love to chat with you about your business. And if this sounds interesting, we suggest you reserve your spot right away. Each call lasts about 30 minutes, and Terry and I can only do a handful of them each week. In order to get started, click the button below and complete the brief survey. Survey only has a few questions. They're designed to help us get prepared for the call in advance. With only 30 minutes to spend, we don't want to waste any of your time. Once you've submitted, watch your email over the next few hours. Once we've reviewed your website and your survey answers, we'll get in touch and get the process started. So click the Reserve My Spot or Apply Now button below to apply for one of the limited free strategy call spots. We look forward to chatting with you.